like come say hello and give me a big wave as well, because it's going to be quite an interactive call on here. So I'm excited to be with you tonight. I'm going to be talking all about one thing and one thing only, and that is recruitment. We're going to be getting really clear on recruitment and what it takes to win big in 2018. Who's up for winning big in 2018? Give me a big wave if you are. In fact, give me a double-handed wave, unless you're like me, where you drop the phone. Maybe you have to do this and then do this. Like, if that's what it takes, that's what you got to do. The reality is, building a successful business in 2018 is going to come down to one word, recruitment, but another art, and that is relationships. It is so important more than ever, and I'm going to pre-frame this with some backstory, but it's more important more than ever that we get into a place where we focus on building relationships with people. I want to give you some background into the industry, not just of Juice Plus, but of network marketing. If you go back 7-8 years, network marketing was very heavy on the networking side. Like, who's ever spoke to someone in the past who's been bombarded by their friends, or years ago, excuse me, who's been bombarded by their friends, by people who spoke to them and like just kind of met random strangers? Who's even met somebody random as a stranger and they've tried to prospect you? Now, 7-8 years ago, network marketing was very on the networking side. It was go out and speak to lots of people. Jeff Roberti, the most successful person in network marketing, talks about how when he was building, he used to go and speak to 10 people a day, random people, get out into the streets and just meet random people. Still a great strategy today. However, certainly with the advent of social media, with the change of social media, a lot more of business became about marketing. Now, who can really feel that? Like, a lot of your business previous to now has been about marketing. I'm going to put some really great posts up. I'm going to do some Facebook Lives. I'm going to put content out there that is pretty, that's attractive, that brings people to me. Like, who relates to that a lot of network marketing has been about marketing. What you're going to see online this year, and certainly when it comes to Facebook, and I'll go into some of the nuances in a second, is that it's really going to go back to somewhere in the middle ground, but more of anything leaning towards networking. Certainly on social media, and Facebook have announced lots of changes. Facebook have openly said, we want to make the business about building connections, about conversations, creating discussions between people that are connected. Now, we don't live in the days, and here's the thing, if you had spoke to me a year ago, I would have told you, go and add lots of people, get loads of great content, make it look all pretty, put it on brand, put it on Tribe, and go get it out there to people, because then you'll attract people towards you. A year ago, I would have said that. Today, what matters most is, one, that you get clear on your audience, you get clear on your tribe more than ever before. You've got to get clear on speaking to the people that you can impact. So whereas in the past, it may have been okay if I'm just going to blast my message out to lots of people. What's important today is that we get clear that we want to become a big fish in a small pond, not a small fish in a big pond. It's not about noise. It's not also about manipulation anymore. Who's ever gone and seen a Facebook ad or some marketing funnels where it's like manipulation of like, buy this and you've got this pain, and then buy this, and like people try and twist what you do? Like, anyone ever experienced that before, where it's just kind of like manipulation into buying stuff? The reality is, the world that we live in today is now about illumination. You being so bright that you're the beacon of success, that you're the beacon of solving that person's challenge. Now, this doesn't mean you need to be a national marketing director. What it does mean is that you need to be person-centric. You need to be focused on how you can help them. The key to your recruitment this year is building great relationships with people and then making it all about them more than you ever have before. So that means, yes, you've got to be putting up good content. Use stories, do Facebook Lives, run ads if that's a strategy for you, post on your timeline, use Instagram. But the reality is, it's less about the things you put out there and more about how you connect with people. So rather than just going, I'm just going to post stories and just like laugh at other people's stories, like, who uses Facebook stories at the moment? Like, give me a big wave if you do. Like, give me a big wave if you use Facebook stories. Cool. What I would love is that rather than just posting your own stories and going through and watching loads of other people's, is go onto other people's stories and interact with them. Ask them questions, not just like send them the emoji that Facebook gives you, but ask them questions. Where was that? What did you love? What experience did you have? Really create that connection so that you start to build up a relationship, because it's all about dialogue. It's all about having discussions. Rather than just putting posts up on Facebook of pretty images, put something up that leads to a question. Say you're going on holiday somewhere later on in the year. Put a picture up of where you're going on holiday and say, does anyone have any advice? Like, anyone ever been here before? Where would you go? When somebody comments, don't simply just go thanks or like it. Ask them another question afterwards. We want to create conversations. We want to create relationships. We want to create interaction. If you're in Facebook groups, who uses Facebook groups as a strategy? Give me a wave if you are connecting with people in Facebook groups. Give me a big wave. If you're not, it's a great strategy. Go and get clear on your story. And I mean pre-Juice Plus, get clear on who you are. It's one of the biggest things I do with people that I work with is we get really clear on who you are. Get clear on your narrative, get clear on your journey. Then get into a place where you go find people that your journey to today and what you're excited about in the future will inspire, impact and inspire people. Rather than going, look at me, I'm a millionaire. Like, who's ever seen somebody that they've had some success and all of a sudden they're unrelatable because they're too far ahead? Like, who's ever seen where you've seen someone on social media and like, I can't do what they do? Now, the reality is there's a lot of people that you can inspire, that you can impact, and ultimately that you can influence, but you've got to get clear and focused towards the people that will resonate with your journey and with your story to today. And it's not about fake it till you make it. If anything, it's the opposite. It's about be real as you possibly can, because that's what people are looking for. So if you're using Facebook groups, make sure that you're interacting in those groups all the time. Make sure that you're posting, make sure that you're commenting, make sure you're asking questions, and then take it into Messenger. Take it off the group and get it into Messenger. Get into a place where we're focused on building relationships. Here's the reality, and I say this on every team call that I ever do. It's about getting into the trenches and going and building relationships with people. Sitting there, and I'm going to be really direct. Can I have permission to be really direct? Like, give me a big wave if I can. All of you got to give me a big wave on that because I might be really direct. I'm going to be really honest with you. Sitting there posting and scrolling is not building business. Like, I can't say that more directly. You are kidding yourself if you think all you have to do is just post on social media and go, well, I've done my job today. I can go watch shit out of Tony Robbins, or I can scroll on Facebook for 19 hours or watch loads of Netflix and order Chinese. The reality is building business is about relationships. Building business is about getting into a place where it's focused on them, not on you. Not how can I make some money, not how can I rank advance, not how can I get a promotion. It's how can I serve somebody? How can I help them get better health? How can I help them make some additional income? How can I help them get more time? How can I bring them in a community where we raise them up and celebrate them? Those questions empower you to make it about them, to help them. So whenever you're interacting with people, same on Facebook Lives, ask people questions on Facebook Lives. Even on Facebook ads, you're running Facebook ads, ask people questions in them, get them to comment, get them to interact so we can build relationships. I'm not going to go too much into it tonight, but it's important that we focus on impact, inspire, and influence. It's what I like to call the I method. We start by impacting people. We start by getting in front of them. We start by capturing their attention, whether that's in an ad, whether that's in a Facebook group, whether that's people we know, friends through friends. We impact people first. Then we've got to inspire them. We've got to show them and tell them stories. We connect and we learn as humans via stories. We've got to show them that you understand where they are at. Like, who's ever been in a painful position in life? Like, who's ever been in like a place in life where you're like, this fucking sucks? Like, sorry if there's any kids around. I should have warned. I don't know if Kim warned you that I swear a lot. The reality is that people have been in painful places, but you've grown out of that, or you've overcome that, or you've learned some things. Those experiences shape who you are, and it also shapes how you can help other people. If you've had a health challenge and you've overcome that, share that with people. Show them why the products make sense to you. If you've had a challenge in business or in life, in relationships, in your community, talk to people, not from a negative place, but from a place of what you learn and how you can inspire them too. So we want to impact people first. We want to capture their attention. Then we want to inspire them. We want to show them that we are real, that we understand that where they are at. We understand that they've got some challenges, because that then allows space for us to find out what challenges they have. And then ultimately we can offer solutions. And that's when we influence people. So the third I is we influence people. We impact, we inspire, and then we influence. And here's the thing. When we influence somebody, I guarantee they will look at the opportunity that you have, products or business. I guarantee they will look at it. I don't guarantee that they will say yes, but I do guarantee they will look at it. You do not influence somebody if you don't impact them first and then inspire them. It's kind of like a ladder. You've got to take people that are looking. Most people, who's got some friends right now, give me a wave, who have some challenges in life, but like are so oblivious to it or doing absolutely nothing about it. They're broke, they're unhealthy, and they whinge about it all the time, but they're not actively seeking a solution. Those people, all you can do is impact them. You can't inspire them yet because they don't know that they need a solution. So first of all, we just got to impact them. Like, hey, I get it. I've been there. Like, hey, I'm someone that speaks the same language as you. You're in my tribe. You're someone that I can communicate with because we've got some similarities. We've got some things in common. Then we've got to be able to inspire people. So who's got some friends in their life that know they have a problem, but are looking for a solution, but haven't quite found the answer yet? Like, who's got some people in your life, like, or parents or friends or siblings, whatever, that are looking for a solution, but they don't know where to turn? Those are the people that we can inspire, because those are the people that are going, who's the best person to solve my problems? What's the best products to solve my problems? Somebody ever comes, like, who's ever seen someone post on social media, like, right, what diet should I do? Or like, how should I lose weight? Like, who's got a training plan that I can use? Who's ever seen someone do that? That person is looking for inspiration at that stage. They're not looking for influence, they're looking for inspiration. So at that stage, we're somebody that wants to create value with them. We want to create ourselves as a position of authority so that they start to go, shit, you've been where I have too. You inspire me because of your growth. You inspire me because you get where I'm at. So that's where a relationship really comes in. Once we connect with them, and this can be done in a very short time, once we inspire somebody, we open up the ability to influence them. We influence somebody by not only understanding where they're at, not only impacting them, not only inspiring them, but showing them a route to a solution, showing them a path. Like, who's ever, like, maybe you've done this in a personal training environment, maybe you've done this in a business environment. Who's ever worked with somebody who's been where you've been and you know that they can help you to get to another place? Like, the reality is, this might be going to a personal trainer, it might be going to a Pilates studio, it might be working with a coach. The reality is, your job is to show people that you have a solution to the problem that they've got, and then help them get there. For them to start to visualize and see that when they build relationships with you, when you start to offer them solutions, that you can help them overcome their challenges. That's how we get to offer anything. That's how we get to offer products, how we get to offer the business, because we're showing them, you've got this challenge. I understand you. I understand your language. I built the relationship. I'm invested in your success. So this is the route that we need to take. That's influence. But you've got to know all about them until we influence. So many times I see, and I know none of you in this team do this, but so many times I see people buy my shit, join my team, like, give me a credit card, do this. And the reality is, we haven't built the relationship with that person. So if you want to improve your recruitment in 2018, the biggest thing you've got to focus on is relationships. And then we've got to create communities. Here's the truth, and I've talked about this for a number of years, but I like to call it the spray and pray approach. Who's ever gone onto Facebook and been unsure of what to post, to just gone, I'm just going to throw this up today. And then the next day, you're just going to throw something else up. And the next day, you're just going to throw something else up. Like, who's ever done that before? I see some of you laughing. You know what I mean? The reality is, it's the spray and pray approach, because we just kind of go with scattergun approach and sit there hoping. Like, who's ever put a post up and then 5 minutes later, and I know you've all done this because I've done this too. Like, you put a post up and then you close your phone, and then 5 minutes later, you'll be like, right, there's going to be like comments and people are going to inbox me, and you go on and nobody has. You're like, fuck. And the reality is, you were just like hoping and praying. That's not a strategy. It's a spray and pray approach. It's about connecting with people that understand your language. The analogy I want to give you is, who's ever walked around to, the way to do this, let me say this first. The way to show people you understand their language is be real with them, be vulnerable with them. Like, I always give Kim a shout out on this. I've seen Kim grow such a massive amount as a human. Like, I love seeing her journey within this business in and herself. And the reason why she's done that is because she's willing to be vulnerable. She's willing to grow. She's willing to challenge herself, willing to invest in herself, and willing to show up. That's how you have an NMB39 club business. The reality is, you've got to be willing to do the same. Now, who's ever, you got to speak to people from a place of real. Who's ever gone around to a friend's house, and you go around to this friend's house and you walk in the door and they go, I'm sorry, it's so messy. Like, they say to you, I'm sorry, it's so messy. And then you look around and it's like a fucking show home. Like, who's ever had that happen before? You walk in, you're like, I'm sorry, it's so messy. And it's like a show home. And in your head, the only thing that you do is like, you bitch. Like, how dare you tell me this is messy? Like, yes or no? Like, give me a wave if you hear me on that. Like, the reality is, when we're trying to be perfect on social media, that's all that's happening in the people's heads that you're trying to connect with. All they're going is, it looks like perfection. How am I meant to be able to keep up with you? How am I meant to be able to connect with you? Don't ever come around my house, because, geez, then you're going to learn what messy is. The reality is, when we show people who we are, when we show people real, when we show people what business looks like, it's not about selling people $1 million dream. It's selling people how they can make $300 to $500, have more time with their kids, have less credit card problems, spend more time on holiday, get healthier, and be around a community that loves them. You have the greatest opportunity in the world, because everyone is dying for what you want, what you have, sorry. Everyone, seriously, there are like 99.99999% of the world wants what you have, an opportunity to decide their future. That's what you have. You have an opportunity to decide exactly what your future looks like. All it is, the only variable is you. It's not anyone else. It's not the product. Product's phenomenal. It's not the community. Community is insane. It's not your leadership. Your leadership's brilliant. It's not the company. Company's insane. The reality is, it's you to decide exactly what you want to create and go out and help people. And here's what I also know. When you make it about people, make it about them, no longer make it about yourself, you actually have a lot more fun. When it's no longer about how can I get this, and authentically comes from a place of how can I help people, you'll have a lot more fun. Because I promise you, it's cool to achieve some shit, but it's cool to help other people achieve that. I'm very blessed. I get to work with people all over the world who do some really cool stuff. Like I get I'm not a dad, but I get like a proud dad. Like I get more emotional. I'm an emotional human being. I get more emotional when one of my clients or someone I work with is like, yes, I got these results. I'm like, fuck yes. When I get my results, I'm like, that's cool. Because it means I've helped lots of people. So I challenge you to focus on going out and building relationships and building communities. That means getting connected to people, helping them solve their challenges. Who knows, like just right now, by a show of hands, who knows at least 10 people that have a shitload of challenges in life and they just whinge about it all the time? We all do. Because that's what 90% of people do. They sit there and they bitch, they whinge and complain and moan about things they've got going on. So rather than you going, yeah, you should join my team because then I can make some money. Or you should buy my products because then I'll make some money. Or you should join my team because then I'll get a promotion. Focus on what their challenges are. Focus on what their pain is. And then offer them a solution. Totally accepting, and I'll ask you a question in a second, totally accepting that you can't help everybody because it's all about them. I always say to people don't say no to you. They say no to themselves. They say no to their future. They say no to their future journey. They say no to their future success. Who's got some friends in their life that know really clearly what you do, yet they still whinge about their health or their income, and they don't do anything about it? They're not in your business. Like you can't point at anyone on this call because they're in the business. But what I know is that, like when I was building business, like 100%, like when I was building business, some of my closest friends would whinge and bitch about their health or about their finances, but wouldn't do anything about it. Your job is not to help those people. Your job is not to convert the unconvertible. Your job is to go find the people that want it and offer them solutions, because there's millions, billions of people out there that, like I say, want the opportunity that you've got just to be able to be in control of their own future. So whatever you're doing right now as a business strategy, one, I really want to challenge you. I really want to challenge you into, is it income producing? And you know the answer to that question of, is it income producing? Does it involve connecting with people where you share the product, share the business, and share the community? Just as a tangent for 2 seconds, the community is the most underrated, underutilized element of the opportunity that you have. Bringing people in, who's grown as a person just by being in Juice Plus, like as being part of Team Coconuts? Who's created some level of connection? Who's made some friends since being a part of Team? What I know is that there's a lot of people out there, certainly in this social media age, where people have a lot of fake connections, bringing them into a community that raises them up, that loves on them, that believes in them, that allows them to grow and allows them to be weird. Like I say this because she's a really good friend of mine, and I'm certainly like just as crazy. But like Kim's like absolutely batshit crazy, and I am too. And that's why we get on. But here's the beauty of the business and the opportunity that you have is those are the people that thrive. The people that are willing to be different, the people that are willing to be extraordinary, the people that are willing to think slightly different and have some fun and be playful. Here's what I promise you. Every single one of you have the ability. You've just got to be willing to go connect with people. And the final thing I'm going to say to you, and then I've got to go, unfortunately. Final thing I'm going to say to you is don't kid yourself. Like if you go onto Facebook and say, I'm going to do some work, scrolling in team pages, posting in customer care pages, like adding 9,000 friends that aren't in your tribe isn't work. Going out and building relationships, offering people the products, offering people the opportunity, offering people a community, getting a few no's. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about it. The reason why people don't get the success they want is they're not willing to get punched in the face on a regular basis. Now, I don't want you to get physically punched in the face, but in business, if you're not willing to lose daily, you're not going to win. I guarantee you that. In business, and I run a business, I'm willing to get punched in the face all the time because I know I'm willing to go through that. Don't kid yourself, though. Don't kid yourself. Don't tell yourself you're busy with work if you're scrolling on Facebook. Don't kid yourself that you're busy because you're watching 10 hours of Tony Robbins. Do I think personal development is huge? Insanely. I run a personal development company. Do I think it builds your business? No. Building your business comes down to going out and connecting with people, building relationships, asking powerful questions. Shit, all right, you have to ask right now is, hey, do you have any travel plans? Like, did you enjoy having the kids off school? What have you got planned for winter? Like, did you enjoy having them off school? No, I wish they were at school all the time. Cool. Well, how about next year we get you some income and help you send them to daycare every day? Or, yeah, I loved having them off school. I love being able to spend time with them. Cool. Would you love to spend more time with them? Just asking people questions and finding out that. But be real with yourself. The biggest thing that I see people let themselves down on is not their strategy, is not their execution. Consistency is a part of it. But they kid themselves in the level of work it requires to achieve the goals that you want. Now, here's my guarantee for you. The business that you have, the company that you're with, the vehicle that you have, there is no better, seriously, there is no better income producing vehicle in the world. There is no better vehicle in the world to produce the level of income that you want in the time frame that you want to have the impact that you want. Like, sure, you can go to the casino and hope that it spins red every time. Sure, you can go work in the corporate world and hope and get lucky and hope that you get to the top of a company somewhere. But the reality is you'll be disconnected to life. What I know is that every single one of you have an opportunity to live the most extraordinary life. I guarantee if you want more results, it always comes back to recruitment. Kim's heard me say this so many times over the years. So many times we get into our heads, we get focused. Why aren't my team doing this? Why aren't my team doing that? It always comes down to what are we doing? So my challenge for you, who's up for 2 challenges? And I have 2 challenges for you. Give me a big wave. Give me a 2-handed wave. Again, you might have to swap hands with your phone if you're up for it. My challenge for you is 1, go get clear on who you are. This is actually 2 parts, so I'm cheating. It's kind of 3 challenges. Go get clear on the people you want to work with, i.e. your tribe. I have tons of videos out there that will talk to you about tribe. Go get clear on who you want to work with, and then go connect today in the next 24 hours. This challenge doesn't work if you don't do it in the next 24 hours. Go connect with 20 new people that are in your tribe, whether that's on a Facebook group, friends of a friends. People, they've got to be people you don't know. They can't be like people you went to school with. They can't be like people that you met a year ago that you forgot to add. Go find Facebook groups are a great way to do this. Friends of friends. Go connect with at least 20 people. Part 1. You up for that? Give me a wave. 20 new people that are in your tribe. Like if you're targeting mums, connecting with dudes isn't your tribe, so don't do that. That's the first part. And then the second part is go and get 10 straight up rejections. Like 10 straight up no's. And I don't mean, hey, do you want to buy Juice Plus? No, that doesn't count. I mean people that have inquired in the past, people that have shown interest in the past, people that watch all your stories, comment on all your posts, people that used to be customers. Go get 10 straight up no's for your business. 10 straight up no's. Here's what I guarantee you, you'll get a yes along the way at least. If you get 6 yeses, you still got to go find 10. Got to go get 10 no's. Go get 10 no's. Real no's where people say no. And if they say no, just accept they're saying no to themselves, and they might say yes in the future. My final thing for you, if you're not already in my Road to Network Marketing Success, I have a free group. Go join it. There's a link in there for my 10-day kickoff. It's totally free. 10 days of training with challenges that go build your business every day. If you can't tell, I love challenges. Go join now. Kim will post a link to it somewhere. She might bug me about it if she doesn't have a link to it, but there's a link to it. 10 days free training. Go join. Thank you for having me on the call. I've got to go because I'm going to be in trouble. I'm meant to be at a family dinner, but I wanted to talk to you guys. If you're up for going and winning, give me a big wave. Like seriously, in fact, let's do this. If you're committed to taking the challenge, what I would love you to do is comment, I'm in below. Give me a heck yes, give me an I'm in below. Comment below. And here's the thing. Every single one of you on this call gets to hold each other accountable. Every single one of you on this call, it's not about me kicking your ass. It's about holding each other accountable as a team. Going, do you know what? Let's go do this. Let's go make this happen. Cool. So if you're in, I'm going to ask him. Seriously, I'm going to ask him in 24 hours. I'm going to go, how did it go? Whoever gets the most rejections, I'll give a free coaching call too as well. And on that note, have a beautiful evening, guys. Lots of love from me. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Si. Oh my God. How good was that? Are we like buzzing off his energy because he's like, pew, 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 pew. Awesome. Did anyone have, we got 6 minutes. Did anyone have any questions on that I could help you with? Because I know he just gave you a shit ton of value and info in a short period of time. Does anyone have any questions? No, we're good. Oh, who's going to do the challenge? I'm going to go out and go get 10 no's. No, I'm going to get the most rejections, so I win. Who's doing it? Yeah. Woohoo. All right. I might even throw in a little prize as well, but I'll have to think about what I'm going to do to go with that coaching call. I'll have a think. I might chat to Naomi and get some ideas. All right. Well, I took lots of notes. I hope you took lots of notes as well. And I'm so glad that you could make it, guys. And if you have any questions, just private message me if you can't think of it now. But let's go do it. Woo! All right, lovelies. We'll finish up there, and we've got our Juicy Life training call in an hour for those of you who are going to be on it. All right.